You mentioned your age is 26. Yeah. Is that trustworthy?
I mean, I start off saying that I don't like discuss my age.
You're 31.
More like 36.
31.
I'm not 31. Whoever said that.
No. 36, right?
No.
No, she's not. Most of
I'm not. I mean, I don't really.
Did the chat already find out?
36.
They're saying she's 36?
But
I told you they
found out. Records.
Wrong.
They're good, right? The people are good.
So then, what is it then,
bro?
It's 26. But I would love, if you think that I'm 36, please tell me how you got to that.
I mean, it's just an ID. Like,
yeah.
you want to know.
Yeah, it's just your personal identification, which people identify you by. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm not 36.
Yeah,
I guess we can go by like trial and error.
You know what's a funny thing, though? It's ironic that you say guys meet you and they have trust issues, and our number one issue with you in the podcast is you telling the truth. Do you think that perhaps they look at you and they rightly assess that you're not a straightforward person?
I am straightforward, though, because I tell them I don't.
So you're a real estate agent, Ariel, huh?
I used to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I fucking warned you. I told you. They're going to find out who you are.
But I'm not 36, so it's weird.
No, I know, but do you know why I said that, though?
Why?
So you can tell me the real age.
Oh, okay.
It's 30.
It's not.
I just turned 46 this month.
Bruh.
Yo, they know your real name.
Good.
You're a real estate agent. We have it right here.
Yeah, from LinkedIn, but like that was something I like signed up for in South Carolina.
Not the LinkedIn. Not the LinkedIn.
Not the LinkedIn. But also you
we
don't
have
to
a liar
disclose.
who wants to be trusted.
Yeah, W
lie
mods.
detector test.
We have a liar
And I warned you too. I told you there's going to be 20, 30,000 people watching. Someone is going to find out your name, what you do, and how old you are, and you still proceeded to lie.
Do you not think that you can lie on your LinkedIn profile?
Oh, so you lied there, but you're telling the truth here. That's amazing. That's really scummy. Like, that's what kills me is that.
Yo, Marquett,
it's so scummy.
I need healing,
girl. At this point, just show it.
Can we talk about it? Like, why?
This is craziness.
Can we? I really want to know. Like, if you guys are going to kick me off the podcast, I would like to talk about it. Like,
did they kick you off, or are you kicking yourself off?
No, I'm just trying to ask a question. Like, why is it such a big deal to you guys?
Why is it a big deal to you, but to no one else around the table?
But I explained that.
Like, literally, no one else around the table.
Beginning. So
you're
I'm
special?
asking you.
Aria, so they do demographics. It's actually really helpful stuff. They do demographics. They have over 2,000 women they've had on the show. And so in order for the demographics to work, they have to ask your demographics.
This man is literally writing down notes.
It's not a personal thing.
It's completely fair. But I'm saying, here's what I'm trying to say. Okay, dude. Anyway, so I go out on dates with people, and they will ask me, and I will tell them that I don't disclose my age.
Sure.
What's
I
happening,
thought you said this is not a date.
What's happening right now is
all.
that we are on a live podcast where a lot of people are watching, and if I'm going on dates with men and I'm telling them that I don't disclose my age, and you guys are like, what's your age? And I'm telling them, they're gonna know.
Sure, but you were asking why it was important to them. That's why. It's like they're not trying to like score on you. It's just one of the things. It's a demographic thing.
What I'm trying to ask is like,
I don't give a fuck what you got to say. At this point, it's our podcast, it's our platform, it's one of the prerequisite rules. You come on someone's platform, you got to understand you abide by their rules and terms. This is an opportunity for you, not the other way around. So if you want to come on the platform,
no, she's making $2,000 right now.
Yeah, like
she's
if you want to,
$2,000.
This isn't like some situation where it's like, oh, yo, this is negotiable. No, it's our shit. So this is what we do. We ask girls this. We keep data, and we do it for a reason because there's a body of data that we keep to help guys as far as like understanding how women move in the West. Now this is what I'm going to say. I'll let the chat choose. Chat. Put ones in the chat if y'all wanted to kick her off because she obviously fucking lied, and I knew she was gonna lie. Yeah. Or two if y'all wanted to stay. I'll let the chat go ahead and see what they want to do. Yeah, if we get more twos, we'll let you stay. But we obviously figured out who you are. I knew the chat was gonna find out who you were, and you're well into your 30s.
They're good.
So
I'm well into
and they found out your
30s.
real name, your real estate agent, etc. So it's like, bro.
So
like,
how old are you?
Gonna say the truth?
How old are you?
We just don't worry about the chat.
It ain't that serious, honestly. How old are you?
Yo, what if she's a witness protection? Calm down.
She wouldn't fucking be here
on the podcast.
She wouldn't be here. She was witness protection.
This is why we should not believe between the male and the female because clearly,
you already don't believe in it.
I don't. Clearly.
Yeah, you clearly don't.
But let me explain why. Hold on. Why do you wait till I start talking, love?
Because you're always talking.
Okay, well, go ahead and stop then, and you can listen more because you might learn something.
It's hard when you're always being
No, don't
rude.
interrupt me when you're always lying. You see, if you weren't lying, maybe we'd be polite here.
Maybe if you would have
like
started talking to me.
Maybe if you would tell the truth, you wouldn't have to protect your lies.
Rude.
You're trying to protect your lies, and it's a sad thing. You are a person who has no respect for others. You're a narcissist. A man could never grow up and think that they're special when they're not
projecting right
special.
now.
You're a very
You're
average person.
projecting.
You didn't even get veneers before you went into the sex industry. That's what messes me up.
But you're probably the same type of man.
It's a basic.
This is the same type of man that's like, you don't need plastic surgery. You don't need to do anything to yourself. Why are you doing this? But you're going to attack a woman on the way that she looks. You're fucking narcissist.
We're gonna do okay, so it's kind of split. So I'm going to do a poll on the chat. And we'll see what they say.
It's split on mine.
Go back later. So we'll do a poll.
They are. I just don't understand how you're always coming at women being rude.
Stop talking about women. It's about you.
Okay, well then why are you being rude
try to
me?
extract it.
Why are you
When did we have an issue? When I was talking, you started talking.
You started off with rudeness. Like if you don't have respect for me, then don't talk to me.
It's because of who you are. Don't say it's women.
Because of who I am.
You are as an individual.
Based off because I didn't want to state my age.
You have a problem with me because I'm black. No, it could be because I'm a jerk.
I have a problem with you because you're rude.
So you are a liar, and I do have a problem with you. And most people don't address you. That's why you've been sticking with the lie for years on end, lying to guy after guy after guy.
I stated at the beginning that I don't disclose my age, and you guys forced me to tell my age when I told you. Yes, that's exactly what happened. So if I start at the beginning and I say I don't disclose, yeah, it's wrong when I yell, but it's okay for you to do it.
Fair enough.
I think this one's played out.
Yeah, you're good.
Let's move on.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
He was asking the questions.
We gave you a chance, man.
All right, so I started the poll. We'll see what they say in the chat. We'll move on to the next girl.
I got a question for the guys around the table. Have you ever dated a woman who wouldn't tell you her age?
No.
Never.
Better know her age.
Have you ever been on a date where it's like, no, I don't disclose my age?
Like I would let her make him tell me.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because it's like after a while, there's going to be telltale signs. You're going to figure it out on your own sooner or later. Right.
The man did that.
Yeah, my favorite band in high school was Nirvana. Okay, yeah, you're not 26.
Yeah, you're not 26. Yeah, I mean, there's.
I think all of us are intelligent guys. We don't just trust what girls say. We watch the little behaviors you do. I'm assuming all you guys do the same thing.
Well, if you're that invested in the date with a woman who's not going to tell you her age, it's almost like it's like a puzzle. You know, it's like you could just pick up Nirvana or something.
Rollo, you remember when we pulled out of Saigon? You remember that?
Yeah, dude. Actually, I do
you were 6 years old.
Exactly.
So I feel like when you're dating someone, like progressively, it's okay for me to tell you the age, but when you first start off, it's like you're trying to figure out my age so you can like perceive what I've learned.
I got another question. I got just one last follow up here. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been on a date where you would not tell the guy your age, but like later on you dated him some more and then you did tell him your age?
Yes, often when we travel and they book flights, I have to give them my information.
That's when you do it. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to say something? Go ahead.
So when you're getting flued out, then that's when I gotta be
flued out, or we're starting to talk about children.
Hold on. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Yeah. I don't know. I know that you got it's because we're on the podcast. You have your rules, right? Cool, respectable. But I'm from the South, and I'm not that I agree with it, but I've heard that a lot.
It's a manners thing in the South.
Yeah, like
it is true.
I don't really understand. I don't know why. Like my mother did it, like my grandmother, everyone. I'm not that way. I don't care. It's the only way I would
She's
not
talking about
tell
someone in the South not asking a woman her age.
Oh yeah, it's considered.
You're from Louisiana.
I'm from Louisiana.
Yeah,
Some of my family lives in Mississippi, in like the Mississippi Delta, which is like pretty much as very like Bible Belt Southern. That's how it is. I don't know, but I just know that that's a very common thing that I've heard. Like, I understand being truthful. I understand your rules. I was just saying, I've heard it a lot.
Can I ask you ladies a question? So you do understand that biology is somewhat misogynistic, and women past the age of 40, they have a less than 5% chance of carrying a child to term. Right. If a man wanted to know how much longer, I hate to be so clinical here, but if a man wanted to know how much longer your reproductive career was, realistically, wouldn't that be a reason, if he deliberately wanted to start a family, for him to know how old you are?
I mean, I don't care either way. I'll tell them.
Go ahead, Lucy. What you saying, Natalie?
What if you don't want kids?
Right, but what if he does want kids and he's being forward with you and saying he wants kids? Isn't it fair to him to know, hey, we have this much time left?
Totally.
Yeah.
I said that though.
Yeah, I know.
When it comes to like childbearing, you want to know how long we have, or if you're trying to figure out if a girl's over 21. For obvious reasons.
Over 18, you mean?
Are you in menopause, and how many years before you are?
Can I address what she said? Because there was really two things that I think all of us need to think about. We're in the age of cultural reconstruction. And we need to be very thoughtful and deliberate about the new culture that's emerging. Now, 2 notes about where you're from. So you said Mississippi and Louisiana. Mississippi has consistently been the poorest state in the Union. If Puerto Rico was a state, it would be poorer than Mississippi. Louisiana has also had some of the lowest rates of literacy and education. Huey P. Long in your state was the one who really brought education to the masses, a great man, a populist. But before that, you guys were like very provincial, separated, you know, missing teeth, uneducated. And this is white males were uneducated in Mississippi. So what we're talking about is a culture that's coming from a lower class place. Now, at what point in human history do the lower classes produce things that are admirable?
Oh, shit.
What? At what point?
It's a loaded question.
I mean, it's an interesting way to ask
it. It's
it.
a rhetorical question, which is to say that in America, Louisiana is lovely. I make it down to the NO all the time. And I love the accents. The people are great, have a beignet and all that good stuff. But and the women are fantastic. But in the United States of America, Mississippi and Louisiana are about as important as North and South Dakota. And they're not what defines American culture, Western culture. They've never been at the helm of anything that we viewed as good. So what I'm saying is, yes, that's your culture, but that doesn't mean that it's a good thing or it's something that should be kept alive.
I agree with that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yo, this is simple. Well, if you have a house, right, and I'm a guest in your house, you have a rule set that says, take your shoes off in my house.
Fair.
I'm breaking your rules.
Yeah.
You just broke the rules. That's what it is. It's
and
simple.
I warned you, too. And by the way, 81% of this chat wants you gone, so just get up and leave.
Deuces.
All right. Well, I'm Ari O'Reilly.
No,
Just go.
Just go.
Just go.
And we're taking your
Leave it out. We don't want to hear it. Go on. No, don't follow.
Get out the house. Get out the house.
Go. Just leave.
Now you want to go ahead and move the ball.
Go ahead.
When I warned you and I told you.
Dude, nobody fucking cares. You guys claim to hate hoes and like you just got one pregnant. Bye.
Whoa.
Okay.
You didn't even have anything to do with that.
Yeah.
Viciousness.
We're not being rude. You didn't follow the rules.
Very vicious and mean.
And by the way, I love hoes. By the way, I love hoes.
You're a clout chaser. You're a clout chaser.
I'm not an anti-hoe thing, guys.
Another podcast over there. Like, it's like,
your podcast just got demonetized. Is that why you're here?
Go ahead. Carry on. Carry on.
We've been demonetized.
I love hoes.
And you're old.
I'm pretty sure he still has more money than you, though.
Oh my god, I'm so afraid of aging.
Pretty sure.
Bro, you look like a
Why don't we all just stop taking the bait? How about that?
All right, let's be nice.
How about that?
Is there any bait, though?
I mean, I feel like we spent a little bit more time.
Can I drop something?
We could have just let her go.
I agree with totally.
I want to drop something on. I want to drop something on Marquett.
I said, how old are the boys? How old are you?
I'm going to drop something on Marquett real quick.
Let's go with that.
Drop something on.
I'll tell you exactly how old I am.
Are you guys? You're 40
You're just old as fuck. Who cares about you? Get the fuck out.
You already said it.
No, Marquett. When she was talking about like it's like bad form or it's improper improper etiquette to ask a woman what her age is or what her weight is for that matter as well. There's certain things that's like it's like impolite to say those things, right? Now that's old school. That's old, like way. You want to talk about chivalry? That's part of chivalry, actually. You don't ask a woman's age or her weight, but you also don't ask a man how much he makes, and you also don't ask. There's some questions you're not that women are not supposed to ask men, and there's a reason for that. Is because women need to have some sort of mystery, some sort of obscurity as to whether or not they're somebody that's worth like sticking around for and like reproducing with, right? Because if she is older, anything that makes her older makes her less fertile, right? If men tend to select for fertility and youth and beauty. We talk about this all the time on here, right? So why wouldn't it be poor form to ask a woman who is like say 36 years old and say, she's how old are you? Well, the thing is, most men don't need to ask that. They can figure that out.
Totally.
And if you can't figure it out on your own, you're not the kind of guy that ought to be fucking around with this chick in the first place. Because you should be worldly enough to understand this shit. Likewise, women should not be like, well, how much does he make? How much does he make? Yeah, right. Well, the Lamborghini that I just pulled up in should like invalidate that quote. You should fucking know too. And so, therefore, maybe you're not somebody that I ought to be with in the first place because you can't figure out. You just reminded
me. I'm hoping they're not keying my car on the way out. Goddamn! Leave it alone. Jesus Christ! I
just got it polished.
Should have parked in the back.
But we're going to cut to Rumble in a little bit, guys. So rumble.com/fresh. We're going to cut in like the next minute or two, guys.
You do understand why there are social conventions like that.
Of course. And those are the things that, as I said, we need to be a conscious designer of culture moving forward because people talk about matriarchy, not realizing that we've already been under the matriarchy.